Our next guest is a mom who's having trouble with her 10-year-old son. Welcome, Rose. Hey, Rose. So, Rose, tell us what's going on with you.
So my son, he just lacks motivation and interest in school. This has been a problem with every teacher he's had, every grade. They're all telling me the same thing. So they're saying, you know, he's daydreaming. He's just not interested. We give him work and we come back, all the other kids are finished, and he hasn't even started, and his mind is just like completely somewhere else.
How long has this been going on?
Since he started school, so kindergarten.
So kindergarten. He's in like 4th grade now?
He's in 5th. He's getting ready to go to 6th grade.
So he is passing, but is it just that you don't?
He's passing. This has been the first year that his teacher has told me, you know, he might not make it to 6th grade.
Have you asked him, honey, what's going on? What kind of problems have you just had a serious talk with him?
I have tried to talk to him about it several times, and he just says it's boring. He says it's so boring, and I was like, is it that you don't know how to do it? Is that the problem, or is it you just don't want to learn how to do it? Like, what is going on?
Is he sufficiently challenged? Because oftentimes when kids say they're bored in class, it may be that the work is not challenging enough. Is that an issue that you've ever discussed with his teacher?
I don't think it's that, because he doesn't know how to do a lot of the work. You know, I have to help him with every single thing. And even if I show him, okay, baby, this is how we do it, you know, go through the whole math problem or whatever it is that we're working on, he will go to the next one. It'll be, you know, same thing, different numbers. And he says, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. He freaks out.
Have you ever thought about a tutor?
We've tried tutoring, and it ended up being more like babysitting. It didn't really work out.
Okay, well, what about an evaluation to find out about what's going on? Because, you know, obviously there could be maybe a learning difference or maybe something like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or even depression or anxiety. Have you thought about getting an assessment for him?
I have, and that's something that teachers over the years, because technically by law they can't say, hey, go get your kid tested for ADD, but that is something that they kind of danced around suggesting without saying it.
Would you have a problem with that? Because I see that you're kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, because listen, you can't help him if you don't know what's really going on in there. And Rose, put your pride away. If you really want to find out what's going on with your son, you need to try everything that's available to you to find out what's really going on. Because most kids you get some that they may not want to do. I don't feel like doing it. But you have got to be that motivating force in your son's life to say, son, I want you to be successful, but you're going to have to apply yourself. That starts at home, sweetheart. And that may start with you finding out what's going on in there.
Under federal law, you're entitled to go to your school and ask them to do an evaluation. If you say, my son is falling behind, I'm worried, he's not motivated, you are entitled to a free evaluation. The school will conduct it, and then they'll have a meeting with you, with the evaluator, and sit down and go over what the evaluation finds. And sometimes parents get a little concerned or they're hesitant because they start thinking, oh, my son's going to be labeled. Don't let your fear prevent you from getting good information. Because if there is something going on with your son, you want to know early so you can intervene and get him the help that he needs, and he can go and be incredibly successful. So don't worry too much about the outcome. Worry about the process, and you can initiate that process. And it's free to you, which is such a benefit to parents.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so Rose, take a deep breath, and number one, get that observation going at the school and that assessment. It's important because the earlier you know, the quicker you can intervene, and it may not even impact him a couple years from now. So take the courage to do that. And on top of that, we wanted to set you up with some other professional resources. So we've set up a parent coach for you.
Certified parent coach Catherine Salzberg is offering you 9 60-minute parent coaching sessions, along with 1 year of as-needed follow-up calls and email support.
To help you get comfortable being this loving yet assertive parent that we know you want to be and can be.
Thank you.
Yes. And Rose, we thank you for having the courage to face your truth. And no, we wish you the absolute best.